Facing the right palm down, going through impact makes ball striking so much easier. And for you golfers out there who want to compress the golf ball more, there is no better tip out there that will immediately make a difference to your game. So facing that right palm down towards the golf ball, what that does technically is get you in more right wrist extension. So this is what we see all the top players in the world doing, all the best ball strikers. You'll see them have this right wrist stay in that extended position, which helps a ton for that nice compressed golf shots. You'll never see a top player in the world have their right palm facing towards a target. And I see that every single day on lessons and Skillist. I will see golfers continually just have the right palm facing towards, and you can see that's going to throw loft, that's going to have horrible high, weak golf shots. Now that right palm facing down towards the ground, are we actually getting in that position at impact? No, it's a feeling. Because again, when we watch the best players, are they actually having the palm facing down towards the ground? No, they're not. But it keeps you in that extended position. It's a feel versus real. You have to extreme the feel. So even if we watch one of mine here and I hit a shot, palm facing towards the ground, we can see it just keeps that really nice right wrist extension. And what that produces, number one, shaft lean. So it gives you amazing shaft lean going through the ball, as we can see there. So shaft lean is so important because that will, one, de-loft that club face. That will help you get a little bit more out of your clubs, which will be absolutely brilliant. Two, that's going to help you compress the golf ball more. Of course, we need to lower that dynamic loft. And of course, with an iron, we're going to be hitting a little bit down with it. So then we're going to be having a little bit more compression because of that. So again, compression is huge. So many golfers hit those high floaty shots, right palm facing towards the ground, create that right wrist extension. And as we can see there, really nice compressed golf shots. Number three, really cool one this. Because you're having that right wrist extended, it's going to help you, one, stay in posture, and two, rotate more. So it's giving you two things here. So when that right wrist is nicely extended there, you can see at how the club is elevated off the ground. So for me to get onto that golf ball, I have to stay down for it to get the club into the ground. And I would also have to rotate going through the shot there. So it forces you to do those movements because it gets that angle and you have to maintain that angle. For you to maintain that angle, you have to stay down and you have to turn through that golf shot. So it helps you with rotation and it helps you prevent early extension as well. So before we get into a great drill to do for this, let's learn what amateur golfers do, because once we know what amateur golfers do, we can apply what we've just learned so much easier and so much more effectively. So out there, what you're doing, you are having that palm, like we said, facing towards a target. What's that doing? Number one, that's casting and early releasing it. So if we're having those angles being thrown, that right wrist, then really going into this more flexed position, that's going to give you that early released horrible shot. And we're going to see as number two, that results in a horrible lack of compression. You're not going to get anything out of your clubs. So that's where so many people just doing this will pick up a really decent amount of yardage just through getting that little bit more compression, that little bit more shaft lean. So of course, like we learned from the other bit, what is it going to do to you also? If you're throwing that wrist, having it go into flexion, palm pointing towards the target, you're going to come out of your posture, you're going to early extend, you're going to stall your rotation. Because when we have that right palm starting to work towards that target, that elongates the swing arc. The swing gets more into the ground, it gets deeper, more into the earth. So if you don't want to completely chunk it, you have to stand up to make way for that longer swing that you've just produced into the ground. So you'd have to stall that rotation, you'd have to flip. It's not very good. So that's why when we see players like right here, like Alex Noren, for example, look what he's doing. His classic exaggeration. He's got that real good right wrist extension. He's just really over-exaggerating, turning the body. Now he's doing that to isolate that body movement. So he will get him in good positions, get him de-lofting, get him compressing. That's one thing Alex Noren is known for as a brilliant, brilliant ball striker. So let's get into the drill and get right to it. So if you want to make great improvements like you're seeing here with my students, now is the time to start working on your golf swing, and we can do that all online on Skillist. So with my online coaching, I've got plenty of of options to suit your needs there, whether it's the brand new winter subscription, which is 4 lessons per month for under the price of 2 single lessons. That's a brilliant one, extremely popular. Or we could even go with a 2 lesson or unlimited lessons, or whatever lesson package, single lessons, 2 lesson package, 3 lesson package, whatever you want. I've got it there to suit your needs. So there's a link in the description that takes you straight to my Skillist page. So from there you can see everything I've just discussed with the subscriptions and the packages, and also from there you can message me personally and we can discuss what we need to do with your golf swing, what will be the best plan of action for you, and we can get started straight away. So if you want to make great gains this winter time, make the most out of your practice, let's get to work online via Skillist anywhere in the world. So this drill we're going to get into is going to force you into this position, which we need to do because, of course, our feel for the golf course is the palm down towards the ground. Good exaggeration, brilliant. But if we're not actually getting there in practice and we're not actually getting in that good extended right wrist position, we won't be able to get the best feel for the golf course. Drills create the feels. You need to do this. So one very important disclaimer before we get into this drill, you need to have your club face square to be able to achieve this, because so many golfers are trying to get shaft lean and their club face is actually hugely open. So if you do and get shaft lean, which this produces, with an open club face, you are just going to hit the ball massively right, because you can see the club face will open up more. So we need the club face to be square to the swing arc, and then good body rotation with good shaft lean will mean you're going to hit a good golf shot. Because if you have that open face, that is most likely the reason why you are having that palm facing towards the target, because that is squaring up your club face. Get the club face square. So have a look at your golf swing. Could even be your grip, could be your wrist angles, could be your takeaway, it could be a number of different things. So that's why it's individual to yourself. I've got loads of videos on my channel, and of course got online lessons down in the description as well if you need my help. So here we go, drill, pump drill. I want you doing this, get into shaft parallel to the ground. So just like you're seeing with Alex Noren here, those kind of little exaggerations he's doing. So you could see, getting that right palm facing more towards the ground at shaft parallel. I want the hands to be really over your right leg or almost on the golf ball there. They're not as in this direction, they're still about a fist distance from your right leg, but right palm down. And I want you to get there and pump it 1, 2, and on the third one, go. So keep that feeling of that right palm facing down towards the ground. So again, you're just swinging back a little bit, and you're just then turning through, keeping the right palm facing down. On the third one, boom, and you can hear those nice contacts every single time I do it. So again, 1, 2, 3. Now, again, when you look at your ball flight doing this, you're going to notice it's going to go low. It's going to go very low. And as we can see, if I do another one here, you're going to see how low my dynamic loft is going to be as I get through there, which is a great thing to measure. Again, extremely low of a dynamic loft. So dynamic loft is the loft you're presenting at impact. Because if we get that extreme feel, we're gonna have tons of shaft lean. So great thing to measure if you're doing this correctly, because it's gonna result in that lower dynamic loft. Mevo Plus Flight Scope with the Pro package is a brilliant one to measure it. There's a link in the description to get your discount off that. So if we can really grind in on that pump drill, continue to go, continue to get in that position, continue to have that palm facing towards the ground, then we're going to be able to take that into golf balls with a normal swing. And then to take that out onto the course, of course, after loads of practice, do the pump drill in your pre-shot routine. So just like Alex Noren does, he does that on the golf course as well. And then go into your shot and feel that exact same feel. And that's going to help you a ton to be able to get that position and get it on the golf course. So people might make fun of you, absolutely, but who cares when you're beating them? So if you enjoyed the video, click that like button. For more golf instruction just like this, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video.